Welcome to another show of iHeart. Today we have a special guest joining us, Tom Schaller, who is a political science professor at UMBC and also a freelance writer. Hello, Tom. We were checking out the internet and found your article one day. Actually, I think a lot of times when we see things with Mount Airy, it's shared with our page, our town page. And this particular article called Linked by Rail, All Aboard to Sykesville and Mount Airy, was so nicely written, and we just really enjoyed reading it. And it was a nice surprise for us to see, somebody write about our small town here. So, but we wanted to have you on and just talk to you a little bit, about your experiences with Mount Airy and the article, and just to meet you, Tom. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to be freelancing this article?
Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me. I'm excited to be here. I've been writing in public for a long time, though mostly politics. I used to be a freelance sports writer during my graduate student days. And I'm not quite ready to retire from UMBC, but I'm getting closer and closer to doing so. And I had been telling my wife, who's from Mount Airy, that I really should start doing more features writing. And I love to travel and I love sports. And I'm finishing a book on sports and politics, so sort of transitioning from politics into sports. And so I thought I'd start doing some travel writing, but I really wasn't sure how to get started on it. And then purely by serendipity, during I want to say April or May. I'm not sure. I should have looked it up. We were starting to get, a little bit of the, COVID heebie-jeebies. We wanted to get out of the house, and my wife Laura and I, we like the movies. And I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I saw a link or something in my inbox. It must be on some list about outdoor drive-in movies at the Frederick County Fairgrounds. So we packed up our dog and we drove up to Frederick, and they were showing what the heck's the name of the movie with Ron Howard in it, the early movie about the 1950s cruisers and stuff. I'm blocking on it. Anyway.
I was thinking of the
American
Mayberry
Graffiti.
show.
American Graffiti.
American Graffiti, okay.
Graffiti, yeah. So we go to there to see American Graffiti, and they had the cars spaced out so that people weren't too close. So there was like a car space in between every car. But we had our dog, and people, they want to pet your dog and stuff. So the couple next to us, they said, "Can we meet your dog?" And they came to pet Bubba. And I started talking to them and asked them what they do. And she said she worked for a publicity company in Frederick. And I said, "Oh, I used to write a column for the Baltimore Sun for 7 or 8 years, and you may have heard of me." And she said, "Oh yeah, your name sounds familiar." And I said, "What kind of stuff do you do?" And she says, "We do some travel writing." I said, "I've been interested in doing some travel writing." And so that's how I met Emily Dorr, who is the creator and founder of Postern Publishing, which has a series of different websites, but their Maryland road trips one was the one I started writing for. And I'm working on a piece for them today, actually, about Chestertown, Maryland. But one of my first assignments was to go out to Sykesville and Mount Airy and write up a piece about those two towns out in Howard, Carroll County.
Yeah. And we're linked by the B&O Railroad. And one day we hope to be connected by like a pedestrian trail.
Oh, is that right?
Way. Yes, it is.
Like a
one
bike
day.
trail.
It probably won't be
Bike
in our
hike.
lifetime, but it might be,
Don't say that, Melissa. Hopefully it won't be in our lifetime anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Tom, what other types of freelance articles do you write?
So this is just kind of me starting out. I've done a lot of freelance writing of political stuff, like a regular column, and I've written for, the New York Times, the LA Times, and Boston Globe, and all that stuff. But in terms of freelance travel writing, I basically have written 3 or 4 or 5 pieces now for Maryland road trips. I've got one coming out this month on Chestertown, and I'm doing one about Prince George's County next month. I just did write a piece about traveling to Civil War battle sites during the pandemic for a print online travel magazine called Rova, which is for the RV community, for people who travel around the country in RVs. That doesn't come out until the summer. But other than that, I'm just kind of starting out. And so I'm happy to get any readers, frankly, and any attention to the pieces. And I hope to sort of maybe branch out and do more than just sort of basically what I've done, which is Maryland, or in the case of the Gettysburg piece that I did, Southern Pennsylvania stuff, and do some more national and maybe someday international travel writing.
That's great. Well, we're glad you chose Mount Airy to write about.
Yeah, it's a cute little town. And my wife is from there, so I knew a little bit about it. I pitched the idea. Well, I took it because my editor there, a woman also named Laura, she basically sent a list out to the freelancers saying, what would people be interested in? And I figured they had a lot of coverage sort of in Frederick, Howard, Carroll County, because Poster and Publishing is located in Frederick. And I had been doing stories on the shore in Southern Maryland. So my wife and I, we took a kayak trip down to the ghost ships of Maryland. I don't know if you know about that, down in Nanjemoy and Calvert County, where they sunk all these ships back in the 1920s, and you can sort of kayak around them.
Wow.
But I said, hey, if nobody else claims it, I'll take the Sykesville Mount Airy piece, because obviously I have connections there and it's an excuse for us to go up there. Laura's mom doesn't live in a Mount Airy anymore. She's retired in Virginia, closer to her side of the family. But my brother-in-law, my sister's brother, and my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, both still live within about 10 or 15 miles of Mount Airy.
Do you have a favorite spot in Mount Airy, or does she have a favorite spot, growing up that you guys enjoyed while you were here?
Yeah, we went to Lorenzo's a few times, for pizza, and and what's the other place? Oh, Jimmy Cohn's, I guess. Laura did as a kid, so I haven't been there, but she's shooting me ideas from far. So, I just think the downtown is really cute. Unfortunately, the day that we were there, I think, for this piece, I've been there a few times. It was a Sunday, and I think the train depot was closed. And of course, the piece, as you know, has a train theme, because Sykesville and Mount Airy are connected both literally and historically and metaphorically by trains. And so I didn't get to tour around there. It's good for window shopping because they have the big, glass plate windows. And so you can kind of look in the store, but I definitely, the next time I come back, I'm going to make sure I come during their operating hours so I can tour around the train sets a little bit.
Yeah, that would be great. That they have a great window there. You're right, that you could kind of peer in, and they have a website too, where you could kind of look up and see what they have as well. So, Tom, thinking about you're traveling a lot now, and Sykesville you were at. How does Mount Airy differ from those other places?
I think Sykesville and Mount Airy are very similar, and Maryland has so many great small towns, and like I said, we were just in Chestertown this past weekend, and I was working on a piece right now for Maryland Road Trips that's going to come out. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not in charge of that side, but Chestertown's a little bit bigger than Mount Airy. And then there's other, cute small towns on the Eastern Shore, like St. Michael's, for example. So we kind of like those smaller towns. Laura obviously grew up in one. I grew up in the suburbs of outside of Albany, New York. Not a super small town, but, I think, Maryland is if you travel around and you sort of know the back ways and so forth, you can sort of find some neat little spots that are out of the way, but are very old and have a lot of colonial history and as well as 19th and 20th century history. I used to live in downtown Ellicott City, actually, and you can't see it from here. I'd have to turn the computer around, but framed on my wall is an original map of the B&O Railroad Museum. And when Laura and I first met, we were looking at it, and the first stop, of course, from Baltimore is Ellicott City, which the first train was pulled by horses. But like the second and third stops are Mount Airy and Sykesville for the B&O Railroad Museum. And so we were looking at that map, and I got that map at there's a big antique mall there at the top of the hill in Old Ellicott City. And so, I guess I just sort of had a weird connection to this area since I moved to Ellicott City in 1998 before relocating to DC, where I live now.
Great. Well, we're sure glad you did, so you could write about it and talk about it today. It's always nice to have connections, especially with your wife growing up here, and then to be able to come back and visit. But you're not too far as it is anyways. I want to be respectful of your time here too. What is a great way, actually 2 questions for you. What's the name of your book that you're writing? Do you have a name yet?
Yeah, the book is I was actually just finishing some of the edits on the footnotes today, so it's basically done. It comes out in November from University of Nebraska Press. It's called Common Enemies, and it's a look at race in college sports in the 1980s, focusing on Georgetown basketball and Miami football, which were the two dominant programs of that decade, and which really changed the sort of racial profile of college sports in the 1980s. So it comes out from Nebraska Press in November. I don't have a website for it or anything. I'm sure it'll have
Exciting.
a link.
Is
on
there
their
a way
website.
for people? Is there a way for people to follow you or continue
Yeah,
to
I'm on
find out what you're
Twitter.
doing?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Schaller67 is my handle. I don't have a website anymore. I used to maintain one for a while for my books and things like that. But that's the easiest way to follow me on Twitter. It's mostly political feed and political commentary. I'm still a political scientist and former columnist for The Sun. But I comment on sports a lot. I'm a big Washington Caps fan, and I went to Carolina, so I follow Carolina sports. I used to cover, as I mentioned, Carolina women's sports, mostly women's soccer and lacrosse and women's basketball. But that was a long time ago when I was in grad school in the 1990s. So, but hopefully I'm going to get back.
You got to get back into that again.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Great.
end up covering college sports in the Maryland area, right? We have a lot of good sports teams at Division I and down in Division II and Division III for basketball and lacrosse and other sports. So maybe I'll start freelancing for the Baltimore Sun as a sports writer. That would be kind of fun, actually.
The doors are open wide. You have a lot of opportunities, especially with maybe a retirement coming up. So, well, thank you so much again for your time. We really enjoyed speaking with you today, Tom.
Well, it's great to be here. Mount Airy's charming, and I'm sure we'll be back there in the next couple months. We both get our second shots in early May, and we're free to start roaming again. So I hope you guys are doing well through the pandemic, and maybe we'll see you downtown.
Come visit us at Town Hall. Thanks, Tom. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, cheers.
And now we have joining us Kelly Green, Vice President of the Mount Airy Main Street Association. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
Great.
We're doing
Beautiful
good.
day.
That's awesome. So I wanted to come back and talk with you all. As I mentioned last time I was on, that MAMSA was awarded a grant from the state of Maryland. And at this time, we have distributed over $181,000 to 17 businesses on Main Street.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome? I know. We are so thrilled and happy that we got this grant and that we were able to put money directly into the hands of our downtown businesses so that they could, get a little relief anyway from the COVID expenses and the shutdowns and all that negative stuff in the past. So we're going to move forward and hopefully we helped some anyway. We had the board is excited, and we actually had Melissa work with us on our grant team.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for coming. You were invaluable to our team. So we were out last week, last Saturday, not this past one, the one before. And then we went out again on Monday, and then we went out Tuesday, and then again on Wednesday to distribute the checks. There will be photos posted. We just haven't got them up on the site yet, but we will be doing that. And we are now currently, as part of the grant, is a piece of that grant goes towards marketing Main Street businesses. So we are in the process of coming up with the best ways to use that money and get people downtown. Melissa was key in helping us get out a survey to see what the businesses wanted to have, or what were their ideas, or did they like our ideas that we put forward. And we got a pretty good response. We got, how many would you say, Melissa? I don't remember.
There was 11 responses back to the survey.
That's great. And so we used some of that to push forward some of our ideas to get people to come into downtown and into the businesses. And some of those include, ads in the messenger, gift cards, photographs, I'm not sure. Coupons, all kinds of things. I know that if I have a coupon, I'm gonna come use it. So we thought that was a really good idea to get out to everyone. So be on the lookout for some ideas like that, and some maybe raffles. The farmers market is coming up in June, starting the first Wednesday in June. We are looking to possibly have some gift card raffles for downtown. So that's all coming, and good and exciting things. So we are just excited that we can do this. So the next thing I want to bring up is about the Mount Airy Main Street Association. We are still currently in our membership drive. We still will honor for businesses, $30, for families, it's $20. With the business memberships, you get your logo on our page, you get help with marketing. There are all kinds of benefits to being a member of MAMSA. One of the best ones, I think, is you make really good friends and you help your community. And so if you're interested in becoming a member, you can just go out to our website, mountairymainstreet.org, and click on membership, and you can just go ahead and join online, or you can reach out to us through email, info@mountairymainstreet.org. And in the process of also doing the membership drive, we have elections coming up. We have 3 open seats on our board of directors that are up for election. We are looking for people that are interested in serving on our board and help guide the organization in a way that best serves the downtown area. The only really requirement to be on the board is you do need to be a member. So, if you're interested in running, just we're kind of waiving the 3-month active duty. With the pandemic and everything, people really weren't out at events and able to be active in our organization because there really wasn't a whole lot that we were able to do. So we are looking for people with fresh ideas, good ideas, okay ideas that we can turn into great ideas. So if you're interested in becoming part of the downtown activity, please consider running for the board of directors. And if you are interested, you can reach out to us at our email at info@mountairymainstreet.org, and we will send you a nominee information form to fill out. We are working on putting that form online for you. We are on a little bit of a timeline due to our our regulations and things that we have. When the organization was first set up, we have to have all nominees in by May 15th, because we have to give our membership 30 days notice of who's running, because elections have to be held in our June meeting, which is the 3rd Monday at June at 7 p.m. that we will have actual elections. So please consider it. And if you're interested, we'd be happy to put you on our ballots.
Kelly,
Go ahead.
Do you have to live in Mount Airy or own a business to run for the board?
You do not. The only requirement is that you are a member of the Mount Airy Main Street Association.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Good question. Thank you. And that's, really all I have as an update from us. And we're excited for what's coming this summer and this year. So we're starting to see people again. It's great.
That was very
Yes, it is.
informative. Thank you. Yeah, I know. We're excited to get out and about and start,
Seeing people again.
getting
Yeah,
into the warmer weather. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the Mother's Day event on our page. They're doing a Mother's Day event for moms, carriage rides, chocolate,
Oh,
serenades, all kinds of really fun things. So don't forget to go out to our Facebook page or our website and check that out if you're looking for a good gift for mom.
Great idea.
yeah.
I know some moms.
Yeah.
Finally,
It'll be
good
fun.
weather to get out and walk Main Street. Plus, we have the new bookstore opening and some
Mhm.
exciting stuff happening. So it's perfect time to go shopping.
It is, because I walked Main Street a few weeks back doing some photographs for our grant project. And even I was like, wow, there are some new things happening out here. So I fully support going out and walking Main Street and checking things out.
Kelly, I do have some of those photos. A fairy gave them to me and I made a little slideshow. Do you mind if I show that now while you're still with us?
Oh, please. Go ahead.
A fairy.
A fairy. I know who that little fairy was.
Old Town. Right,
And
Johnny?
you're seeing members of our board giving out the grant check.
Fun giving out money.
It is, and I have to say, we have received such gratitude from each of the businesses that were recipients. And, I just want to say thank you back for, staying open and doing what you needed to do. And we were so happy to be able to help. Yeah. These are great. The photos were taken by both myself and Alice Settle Raskin and Melissa, right? You stepped in.
I did
on-
take a few on the first
Yes.
day. Yes.
Yes. I unfortunately was not able to make the first day, so Alice and Melissa stepped in for me, and that was great.
And you stepped in when I couldn't make the last day. So yay, we
Yeah.
appreciate you, Kelly. Thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
and giving us all those updates from
Sure.
AMSA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. This is a great thing that you all are doing.
Yeah, thank you. Well, enjoy the sunny day today.
I plan to. You all get out for lunch later.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
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 Here we have some town updates.
For those of you that have been following iHeart, we had a new playground that opened up at Watkins Park. So this is some video and photos of the ribbon cutting, in case you did not catch the live. Thank you to all the partners and sponsors that made this project happen. Without them, we would not have been able to do this.
This is at Watkins Park, again, for those tuning in, at 615 Center Street in Mount Airy here. And more phases are to come, right, Ashley?
Yep, this is
Exactly.
phase 1 and phase 2. Well, here we got the community parks and playground grant again. I believe it's in July of this year. So if we win that again, we'll start working on phase 2.
That was a great event that I sadly couldn't be in person, but it was televised virtually.
And we had 2 secretaries of state there, which was awesome.
There they are. John looks like he's going up.
So much easier today than it was just a few short weeks ago.
And we have coming up next week, Monday, May 3rd at 7 to 8, town election. So please, if you haven't requested an absentee ballot, is that still a possibility now, Gina?
Yes, but due to the mail, we request that you drop off using our drop-off box. So you can email C. Riley, that's CREILLY, at mountairymd.gov, and she can help you with any requests you might have. Or you could also call Town Hall at 301-829-1424. The election will be at the Mount Airy Volunteer Fire Department Reception Hall that's over on Twin Arch Road on the Carnival grounds. Again, as Ashley said, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So lots of hours. Hopefully it'll be convenient for you to get out. Otherwise, like she mentioned, you can request an absentee ballot.
Our master plan is underway. If you haven't had the opportunity, join one of the Zoom webinars. They are the first Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. You can find that information on our website, mountairymd.gov/masterplan, or on our Facebook page as well. All of those are hosted live on Facebook
Yes.
and Zoom, right?
Yes.
So you can also just tune in if you don't join on Zoom.
Yes, the Zoom credentials are also listed on the Facebook event as well as our website. So it's a webinar, so you can listen in listen only mode and then raise your hand if you'd like to actually speak. But you can also catch it on Facebook Live.
Alyssa, do you want to let everyone know about the Business Relief Loan Program?
Sure. So we still have funding available through June 5th. We're accepting applications this year for this program. 2 of our businesses are already taking advantage of it, and we have about 10,000 left, a little bit more, to loan out, and you can make requests anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. It is flexible spending, but it's tied to COVID. So if you are an existing business who's been around since January 20, I believe it's, I don't have my notes in front of me. I believe it's in 2019. It might be 2020. You can check all the information out on our website. So mountairymd.gov/loan. And any questions, you can direct them to me. We can talk on the phone and talk about it. It's just a great opportunity in this time to get your business the assistance it may need. Some of the assistance for some of the folks who are reaching out are just not able to get funding through state or federal programs or need it in addition. So if you're unsure if you are eligible, just call me 301-829-1424 extension 0, and we can talk about it. And also would like to talk about our facade program. We're going to continue into the next 2 years. We've received additional funding from the State Department of Housing and Community Development, and an additional $50,000. So please also contact me if you would like to get to work on your commercial building if you're in downtown Mount Airy.
We have coming up May 1st, curbside bulk trash collection day. Please limit to 2 items. There's more details on our website, and please have it to the curb by 6 a.m. Anything else we want to add for bulk trash? I know a lot of people ask us about this one.
Yeah. This is a big day in Mount Airy. A lot of people have been calling and asking about it, but Ashley mentioned all the big details, 2 item limit. May 1st, this Saturday, and try to have your items out by 6 a.m. People do like to kind of shop around on bulk trash day to see if there's anything that's, somebody else's junk is somebody else's treasure. So we don't mind if there's something you don't want anymore, but somebody else does, and that's fine. So a lot of people get really excited about it.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of good
If you
DIY
decide that you
projects
want
out
to
there
play
too.
with chalk paint, yeah, exactly. Chalk paint and some chairs. This is the perfect time to get your crafts ready for spring.
Yeah, great.
And everyone's favorite time of year. It's tax time. Make sure that Mount Airy gets a piece of that pie. When you go ahead and fill out your forms, you can enter 0703 for Carroll County or 1114 for Frederick County on both of your Maryland forms. That's on your 502 form. Please make sure that you put the right number for Mount Airy. Anything else we want to add to tax time?
Nope, that's it. That's it. If you live in the incorporated town, it really helps us get our allocation. So make sure you fill that field in.
Might be painful, but we all have to do it. And we had last week 2 major events throughout the town. We had Love Your Park Week, highlighting all of our beautiful parks throughout town, as well as Restaurant Week, hoping that folks would get out and enjoy a lunch outdoors, which I know a lot of folks did. We had some great events, and we have some clips to show of the community coming out and enjoying those. So I hope everyone was able to get out and love your park and take hopefully their lunch from a local restaurant out.
Always driving by Prospect Park, seeing at least one team of footballers playing out there. It's amazing to see how popular that sport is.
#1 growing sport. Hopefully we'll grow rock skipping to be that popular.
Yeah, one day. Look at all those kids go. Good for them.
And the second part of that week was Mount Airy Restaurant Week. I know a lot of places were fully booked for the week, which was great to hear. And we have some exciting news today for iHeart. Gina, do you want to take it away and we do the drawing for our $500 winner?
Yes, I'm so excited. Again, thank you to everybody who supported our Mount Airy restaurants. We had a number of restaurants participating. We're so thankful that everybody got out and got to order out or dine out at one of the days for the whole week. We got a lot of entries back for the Dine to Win contest. So I have all of the numbers entered into a random number generator, and I'm going to go ahead and select one.
Yay, exciting.
Yay, drum roll.
While you do that, Gina, should we read some comments from the restaurant week?
That would be great.
So we had an opportunity for folks to provide feedback when they submitted their receipts, and some of the folks said, very first time here and we loved it. They're just talking in general about the restaurant they visited. This one, I had no idea that Lido's offered a gluten-free crust that was also dairy-free. Thanks to this contest, now I know. Finally, an excuse to try the sweet potato hash. I've been eyeing it on the menu for a while. Glad to support a downtown business, and it was delicious. So they're talking about all sorts of businesses here. We support the local restaurants every week. Thank you to that customer. Love Carter Q. Can't believe we waited this long to eat there. So good. There's tons more comments.
I think Mount Airy is probably still full from last week.
Well, I have,
Love.
go ahead.
You have the winner?
I do have a winner if you're ready, but I can hold off, build the suspense if you have some more you want to share.
I would actually, just a couple. Love that the town does these things, encourages local business patronage. Another one saying, we love our town. We love JMP, love their wings and always great service. And I'll pick one more. Let's see. The food was delicious, and I'm not sure which restaurant they're talking about. We moved to Mount Airy about a year and a half ago and have never eaten here. We will be back. So thank you to Mount Airy and our visitors and our residents who did make it out for Restaurant Week last week. And for those that are patronizing the restaurants all the time, it's wonderful. And that's the number one way to keep your favorite restaurants in business is to go eat from them and patronize. So it's really, really important. And we're grateful for everybody who made it out. Okay, we're ready.
You remind me of one I noticed when I was going through. Yes, here it is. Twin Arch Tavern. You don't have the full spreadsheet, Melissa, so I have the advantage, but Twin Arch Tavern has a vegan crab cake. It's like, whoa, I need to go check that out. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that. So the winner, did we want a drum roll? Is Miss Rachel Chavis. I have all her contact information here, so I will be reaching out to her to see if we can arrange for our check presentation. Hopefully that'll be sometime next week. But congratulations, Rachel Chavis. She happened to dine at, oh, I don't have it. Let me see. I can check real quick where she dined at. Mount Airy Inn.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rachel.
Yes, and thank you for supporting Mount Airy Restaurant Week. I should also do a shout out to the Chamber of Commerce and the Mount Airy Main Street Association for supporting the $500 prize.
That concludes this month's iHeart Mount Airy. Is there anything else that we want to add?
I think that's it.
No final thoughts?
Outside today, folks.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, enjoy the lovely weather here in Mount Airy.
We'll see you again the last Wednesday of May.
Bye-bye, everybody.